Alright guys, we are back on the same beach we were at ending the last video, and because this is facing south, this beach is facing directly south, so this time of year we have the sun rising both in the southeast and the southwest. So right now we're kind of facing southeast. I don't think we're going to get any direct sunlight because there's a bunch of clouds right at the horizon, but we still might get some color. We're in a beautiful spot where the waves are kind of crashing in, coming over these rocks and forming, like, you know, just a bunch of waterfalls. One main waterfall especially that's always going. There's always a little tide pool with a little bit of waterfall going over. So we're kind of watching, seeing how the ocean's coming up and over. A lot of things that we talked about in the last video when it comes to watching the ocean and watching the waves and what they're doing. And hopefully we'll get some color in the sky, and we're gonna do a lot of experimenting in this video. So definitely excited for this spot. Facing the opposite direction than we were in the last video. We were facing southwest towards the sun. Now we're facing southeast as the sun is rising up. So it's gonna be a very good morning, I think. So definitely excited. The waves are coming up too. The tide's coming up. So we're not quite at high tide yet, but we're in a spot that saw in the last video that we think we're pretty safe. It's all dry up here, but we constantly keep our eye on the ocean, on the tide, and making sure that we're safe. Alright guys, so what I'm waiting for now is one of these big waves to kind of come up over and give me this nice waterfall, which it just did. This whole shelf right here, one of these big waves hits and just all the water comes up and over, and you get just a big like bunch of water, just a row of waterfalls. It looks absolutely awesome. I'm at F8, about 1/3 of a second, and like I said, just trying to time it, holding down my shutter on continuous high and just shooting it from the time it's about to hit the rocks all the way through till it goes back out again, and just waiting for this giant wave to kind of come up and over this rock shelf here. And like I said, just a big bunch of waterfalls right in the mid-ground. The foreground I have as the this little tide pool, or this big tide pool, and you get all this whitewash as these waves come over. And just a lot of interest in the foreground, and then you got the waterfalls in the mid-ground, and then you got a really nice sky full of really nice textured clouds in the background, and in the top third of the scene, and it looks absolutely amazing. Well, we decided to cross the road here. We're on the way up to Waimea Canyon, and we wanted to stop here. There's a rain shaft cloud right over here. You guys can see over the ocean, and this island back here, that's actually, I believe it's pronounced Ni'ihau, the Forbidden Island, so outsiders aren't allowed to go there, I think, unless you pay for a specific tour that you can land on the island. But yeah, it's a forbidden place. Only I think there's a family, I think it's the Robinsons that own it, pretty sure. But anyway, I'm shooting a time lapse here now. I'm shooting on Chris's M50, which is so nice that we have this now, so while I'm running a time lapse I can actually talk to the camera while it's running and stuff. So I'm trying to get this rain shaft kind of going out over the ocean. Chris is behind me here, she's shooting with the actually shooting a photo over the kind of the beginning part of Waimea Canyon. So we're gonna go over here and see how she's doing. Across this road again. We got all kinds of rain and rain shafts coming over here, so it's absolutely beautiful. I can't wait. We're gonna stay here for sunset and shoot over I believe it's called the Kauaii lookout. It's a place that I've shot before. I will show you guys the image right now. I took a panorama there back in June of 2018, and it was an absolutely beautiful sunset where the entire ridge line was covered in clouds and low-hanging clouds. You couldn't even see it. Like 5 minutes before sunset, everything opened up. It just lit up like crazy. Beautiful clouds and color and everything. Just amazing. Now this is absolutely beautiful. Oh, we pulled over like 3 times now on the side of the road. And we got a bunch of clouds coming through the canyon here. Got some awesome trees down here. Oh, all right, now I gotta walk around a little bit. I know there's shots here. There's a giant waterfall. It's absolutely beautiful. So I'm gonna play around a little bit, and while I do that, I'm gonna set you guys up for a time lapse. Well, the first time lapse I took when all those clouds came in was it was ruined because I had to keep wiping off the lens. That's the downside of the way I do my time lapses, is through the video time lapse feature on the Z6. Instead of taking individual photos and then slapping it together in like LR time lapse, I've been doing a lot of just in-camera video, creating the time lapses, which is nice. It's so convenient, but unfortunately, if I have to wipe off the lens a bunch, then it ends up, ruining the time lapse. So, yeah, the clouds came through just absolutely beautiful. I think I got an okay shot, and now we're just kind of waiting. Some clouds keep kind of coming through. There's rainbows in and out, and as long as the sun keeps shining, you're gonna get some rainbows and rain on us for a little bit. But man, this is absolutely beautiful. We're gonna keep going here as soon as we get our shots, and yeah, see what happens. Alright, so we're finally here at our destination, the Kauaii lookout. The fog has been coming in and out. There's rainbows. This place is ridiculous. Check this out.